I heard that we were canceling Christmas. We weren't doing the holidays. So they went out of their way to get a plethora of black Christmas decorations in order to lure us in and to spend our money. Because the black dollar runs the economy. Never in my 34 years of living have I seen a black Santa in CVS. And they got them everywhere. They got the Mrs. Claus, the Angel Tree Chopper, flavors. You hear me? Look, found another one. Entire aisle. Usually the white Santa looks normal. Now he looks like the odd man out. And this aisle full of variations of black Santas and Mrs. Claus. This tells you immediately the power of the black dollar. Just last year, people were painting their Santa Claus faces brown so it can resemble their family. To now, there are aisles being dedicated to black Christmas decor. These corporations understand the value of the black dollar. To now, they're dangling Christmas decorations in our face. We're not falling for it. At least I'm not.
Some of y'all have lost the plot, and it shows. When Harriet Tubman said she could have saved so many more if they only knew they were enslaved, this has got to be what she was talking about. We are not canceling Christmas because we can't afford to take care of the children that we created. We are canceling Christmas so the powers at be can learn very quickly that we cannot be played with. You understand that when you go out Black Friday shopping, Christmas shopping, you are putting your hard-earned dollars, really your underpaid hard-earned dollars, into the pockets of Fortune 500 companies that are worth billions and trillions of dollars. Then they take that money and they fund the campaigns of all of the politicians that have been playing in our faces for the year 2025. Healthcare, income, taxes, your SNAP benefits, whatever it is that does affect you, the politicians that are sitting in positions of power right now have been bought. And they have been bought by the companies that you are about to go spend money with. So if we take away our dollar, they will feel it and understand, wait a minute, we can't keep doing these people like that. They're going to call the politicians that they put in power and say, hey, stop with the shit. We're losing money. And either the politicians are going to make some stuff happen, or they're going to lose the funding from these Fortune 500 companies that are becoming wealthy from our hard-earned, underpaid dollars. That's why we're canceling Christmas.
Well, hello there. This is a public service announcement for Black Americans and Black Americans only. Black American, I mean Sulani American. I mean Indigenous Copper Color American. I mean African Americans. We're one and the same. We just go by different names based on, how you feel. Gullah Geechees, the Creoles, all of us. Hi. Gather. So this year and moving forward, we are doing away with Halloween celebrations. We're doing away with Thanksgiving celebrations. We really can do away with Christmas celebrations, and here's why. One, they're all very superficial holidays that really honor capitalism and not anything else. There are no really significant cultural ties, significant meanings or values or morals or principles behind any of those holidays in America. Okay. Christmas is not Yule. Christmas is not Jesus's birthday. Christmas is Christmas. And if you look at the history of Christmas, when it was created and why it was created, you wouldn't want to celebrate it anyway. If you want to celebrate the birth of Jesus, then pick an actual day biblically that was around that time. because it wouldn't have been in December. I digress. Halloween. There's Hallows Eve over in Europe. That has cultural significant principles and meanings to honor their ancestors, right? De los Muertos, I believe it's called, the Day of the Dead in Mexico, okay? Honors ancestors, very cultural significance and ties and values and morals and principles behind them. Halloween specifically, no, it's about going door to door to strangers' house in the dark and getting candy that's filled with dye, sugar, and other stuff that your children should not be eating. The costumes, I'm fine with that. That's actually pretty fun. I get, it's a way to be creative. It does celebrate creativity in that sense, but everything else is capitalistic. Okay. And the same with Christmas. Thanksgiving, that's celebrating genocide and super capitalistic. If you want to actually get with your family and have a celebration and food and things, it literally doesn't have to be on those days. Those days are specifically designed to spend money at a different time to keep billionaires, right? So we're doing away with that. We had a holiday, okay, within our community as melanated Americans, Black Americans, African Americans, the indigenous Americans. Okay, we did. And it was called All Saints Day. And we put All Saints Day, we had to, at that time, mask it under the gaze of Catholicism. And when they celebrate, we put it where Catholics had their holidays to mask it so that we wouldn't get in trouble for celebrating it. But what we did on All Saints.
Hello, yourself. How are you doing? I'm hoping that you're doing great from whatever you're watching me from. I'm your host and presenter, G Stories. Just have us to our little talk in regards to this. Recently, we saw Black people trying to communicate. The Black communication is silence, but there are some actions that they're making, right? Black people are understanding that the power is not only in their voice, but the power is also in their purchasing power. See, America has taught its citizens the culture of consumerism that has become part of American culture, right? Every day people are courted to chase trends, to chase what's fancy, what's the most good thing that you want to buy, you understand? So this all has been happening. But Black people sat down and say that the economy is so much harsh for everyone. We can't keep spending the way we used to spend. And that itself really made me glad about Black people because they are trying to communicate with all these corporate American, how they have been treating Black people. But right now, it has reached the festive season. Everyone needs a Black person's dollar. And you can see this manifesting when you see people trying to change even Santa to look Black. I guess this time around, Santa is not coming for you. And this is so much important because it reveals something so much important about the United States. Brothers and sisters, I want us to watch this video. I'll be back and then I'll be sharing my thoughts in regards to this. If you're probably watching me for the first time, I'm just asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and really get so I can offer you. But until then, let's get to watch the video. I'll be back.
Day was we honored our loved ones who moved on, transitioned, went to heaven, whatever you believe where they went. It was to honor them. And I get very upset when Christians think that honoring ancestors is demonic because you assume that honoring means to worship, like you worship Jesus, who has no blood ties to you at all, and that you don't know for sure ever even existed. But I digress with that as well. All Saints Day is to honor your loved ones who transitioned or moved on or who died. Okay? It's to honor them. The same way you honor Dr. Martin Luther King, who's dead. Malcolm X, who is dead. Nina Simone, who's dead. And every other celebrity star, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. You guys all honor these people on their birthdays. You mourn them. And all these things. But it's wrong to do that for your family members. When y'all do that, in a sense anyway, when a specific song comes on and it brings up the memory of that dead person and you cry and you mourn them or you smile and you celebrate those memories of them in that moment, that's honoring your ancestor. Okay. Why is it not demonic to honor every other dead person? You guys honor Mary Magdalene, you marry Mary, the mother of Jesus. You honor all these. You honor your pastors On whatever day in church that you have to honor your pastors, you'll do that. You'll honor all these people when they're living, but it gets demonic when you honor them now that they're no longer on earth. Why? Ask yourself that. That's going to take critical thinking, and a lot of you don't have that. But anyways, I digress with that. All Saints Day. I'm not going to get into the details on how to celebrate it on here, but what I will do is put the history behind it and what it is as a post. And now under that post, if you want to know specifically how to celebrate it and the preparation for it, you will comment under there and I will directly message you specifically, because I'm not going to put that information for everybody, right? Because it's specific for us. It was a holiday created by us for us, and it is closed. You do not have to participate in hoodoo to celebrate. It is simply a celebration to honor, celebrate. It food is involved for those who want to gather in food, family, and just and very symbolic, very rich, very deep and impactful. So we're getting away from superficial bullshit to very deep-rooted, impacting, low cost, by the way. Very low cost to celebrate All Saints Day. There's no, we got to get all these gifts, save up for months, work all this overtime, all this, get all these decorations that are going to go in a landfill, and not like our earth is already dying. And like we can't get rid of the trash that's already floating around the ocean and the Bermuda Triangle. But I digress with that. All Saints Day, Black folk, Black American, Sulani American, Indigenous American, Moor American, Morocco American, whatever you want to call yourself, that is this, and a descendant of slavery here in America. This is for you.
We're not celebrating Christmas this year. We're not celebrating Christmas this year. I need you. Your job is to tell your aunties and your uncles and your grandparents, tell them I don't need nothing. The kids don't need nothing. We don't need shit. We got TVs in our house. We got phones in our hands. We got laptops. We got computers. We don't need no more jewelry. We don't need no gifts. We don't need no more clothes. The overconsumption has already gone too far anyway. We don't need it. We're not celebrating Christmas this year. Tell your motherfucking kids right now, look, this is for your greater good. This is for the sake of your future. This is so your vote matters. So you won't get gerrymandered. This is for your rights, for women's rights, for you to be able to be yourself, so that you'll be able to afford a house, so you can invest, so the economy doesn't tank. We are not celebrating Christmas. Every corporation needs to feel this. Every single one. I don't want to see nobody out on Black Friday. Them deals ain't that good anyway. When the last time a Black Friday deal got you out your goddamn couch? Come on now. Cyber Monday, turn the goddamn computer off. Don't even go on Amazon. Don't even go on Amazon, man. For real, we not celebrating Christmas. On Thanksgiving, me and a couple other people have been planning on feeding the homeless or just going out and doing something for charity. So I can't say that I'm not going to be out buying food. But Thanksgiving, we don't need a big Thanksgiving. We don't. We don't need a big, huge Thanksgiving. And I need y'all to spread this word. Please, please spread the word. We are not doing it. We hitting them everywhere. I, for one, am still going to be out in the streets protesting with my feet and my body. Because in my city, it's a little bit deeper than just, oh, we ain't going out there. Our kids are out there already. They're in our city. They're in our apartment complexes. They're in our neighborhoods. When you sit in front of your building and your apartment complex, they coming up and harassing people in D.C., in Memphis, in Chicago, in Portland. I'm still protesting that as well. But the way y'all telling me that, oh, well, you don't need to be out there protesting, you need to financially protest. Porque no los dos. I don't give a fuck. Spread the word. We not doing the Christmas shit. I don't even do that shit anyway. Most I do is buy my little girlfriend, if I have a girlfriend at the time, something. I might get my mom something, but I don't even do the shit anyway.
So I think you've heard the news. I think all of America, at least us as parents and people that, have loved ones, all humans in America, I think we're going to boycott Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, if you have stuff already planned, we're not talking about you. We are talking merely on the excess that we would have spent for Thanksgiving and Christmas specifically. So if you say, Don John, I can't do that, man. I gotta buy my kids something. I have to do something. Well, how about this? Listen, how about instead of buying them 10 toys and crap that they're not gonna use in 72 hours after they open the gifts, how about this? So instead of buying 10 gifts, how about you just buy 1 to 3? And how about they all be under $100 total? And if we're gonna make this a little spicy, your children have to give away the same amount of toys, the same amount of luxuries, clothes, shoes, etc. They have to give the same amount away that they are going to receive. Because there's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, little Johnny, hey, little Sarah, I'm going to get you 5 Christmas gifts, 3 Christmas gifts this year. But if you want these gifts, you have to give something away. And so they'll really be like, man, I think I really want these gifts. Because what are you doing? You're teaching your child not just to critically think. You're teaching your child how not to be a consumer and how not to overindulge, overconsume, as so many of us grown folk are. So that's just part one of this interesting series, because I know you feel it. I feel it. There's something happening this year, and a lot of people might not even have it like that to buy a whole bunch of gifts anyway. So I think we might be defunding Christmas and Thanksgiving.
This comment asks, why are we boycotting Christmas? Obviously, we're not telling everyone to not spend time with your loved ones, but let's talk about Christmas and the holiday season. Every year, the holidays are framed as a season of giving, when we're really being pressured to spend. Spend money we don't have on gifts that we don't need to enrich corporations that don't care if we live or die. While they distract us with sales and Christmas lights, millions of Americans saw their SNAP benefits delayed or threatened during the shutdown. And even though the government recently passed a bill to reopen, states are still scrambling to restore full payments after the program lapsed for the first time in its 60-year history. Congress is pushing legislation to make healthcare even more expensive, while corporations continue to lay off workers and pay poverty wages. Meanwhile, our tax dollars are still funding genocide. Billions of dollars being sent to Israel, the UAE, and other governments committing atrocities in Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. The same government that claims it can't afford healthcare, housing, or food for its own people somehow always has unlimited money for war and occupation. All of this suffering is happening, and we are being told to get into the holiday spirits and consume, consume, consume. For Christians, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus, who was a Palestinian revolutionary murdered by state and religious violence. Exactly the kind of violence that Palestinians have been facing for over 7 decades. So boycotting Christmas is not about rejecting joy or family. If we really want to get into the holiday spirits, that should mean standing with the people who are suffering the most, instead of feeding into the very systems that are killing them. So this year and every year, let's give intentionally. Make gifts by hand, support small locally owned businesses. Support Black, Brown, Indigenous owned businesses. Donate to your local food banks and shelters. Donate to mutual aid. Support families in Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. Put your money and your energy where your values are.
Cyber Monday, Cyber Tuesday, whatever the fuck it is. Fuck them deals, bro. Everything you need, you got right now. We're going to cancel Christmas. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Collectively.
Okay.
What do we have to lose?
Nothing at all.
You literally have nothing to lose. You explain to your children what's going on in this country, man. Fuck that fantasy shit. Fuck that. We too far gone for fantasy, bro. This ain't no happy time in America. You know what my family used to do for Christmas? They used to keep traditions that came out of the South going. They used to give us apples and oranges for Christmas because that's sometimes all people would afford. And at some point, it was more so about a tradition of apple and oranges nourishment. You gifting somebody nourishment, something that's good for their body. Also, something that they was growing themselves. I come from that real South, nigga. I folks from Thomas and Georgia. They got nigga day out there. You don't know nothing about that. I'm proposing a Black Friday blackout and we canceling Christmas. Because if you want protest them, with your time. Because we ain't all got time to protest. We do all got money. Mm-hmm. And a lot of y'all finna go in debt for Christmas, and then y'all gonna wait on them taxes to come back so you can get back on your feet. Fuck that. We telling our kids what's going on in this country. We telling our kids we are in the midst of being underneath a fascist regime. Yes. Tell your kids that we are on the precipice of real fascism. We are watching fascism take place in real time. When a nigga is deploying the National Guard on the streets, when they have ICE agents who can break any federal law, these ICE agents ain't got no body cams on. They're breaking the law. Mm-hmm. They got no knock warrants. They're getting paid buku money. They're hiding their faces. No, fuck that. We canceling Christmas. And at the top of the year, everybody should file exempt.
Ooh. Everybody files exempt for 6 months to June.
6 months till June. I'm dead ass. Y'all got to do something. And these are things that's very actionable. You don't need 100. You don't need it. Buy your kids some shit throughout the year. Stop putting all the emphasis of your parenthood on Christmas. Right. Stop waiting till Christmas to show niggas you love them with gifts. Mm-hmm. Show niggas you love them throughout the year with time.
And while we're on task, go ahead and cancel Christmas. Go on and start that family chat and let them know that you're not exchanging gifts this year. Hopefully everybody in your family is on board. And I know you're thinking about the kids. Well, Facebook Marketplace. If you're going to buy something from somebody, buy something small and local. You know, support a small retailer. But it's going to be Red Friday for these folks this year. Someone called it that in my chat. It says it's not going to be Black Friday this year. It need to be Red Friday. And I agree 100%. Hashtag Red Friday. But it's a good opportunity to teach your kids that freedom ain't free. And it's a conversation that need to be had because, you know, somebody going to have to sacrifice and we going to have to fight for this shit. So here we are. And those retailers, they're going to know. I know they're sitting on inventory from last winter. And guess what? They're going to have that same inventory next winter. It's like, seriously, let's do this. There were Christmases I had as a kid where my mom didn't have any money. She made a sweet potato pies, and that was fine. You know, they were good. We were just as happy. We were like who's in Whoville. And I think that's how it needs to be. You know, if you want to do something, switch it up a little bit. Do some community service. Spend some time, you know, serving in a soup kitchen as a family. Donate some money to like a homeless shelter. Help somebody else this year and do something that really counts if you're going to do something. But if you buy some, please buy something small and local. Don't give these retailers nothing. We're not spending money. October, November, December, they make a whole lot of money off of us. And here's the time to teach them. We're not spending no money. Red Friday, cancel Christmas.
Good morning. And I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on my Monday thoughts. Keep those boycotts going. Because, you know, some of this is probably about retail and corporations being scared of the holidays. Stick to your guns. There is no Christmas this year. Or if there is Christmas, like I did buy gifts, I bought them from small business and Black-owned businesses. The majority of them were Black-owned. And that's how I'm doing it. So big businesses are not getting any part of my money. So keep that going, keep that alive, and yeah, we'll see where this goes. But for right now, keep it that Christmas is light this year. Don't give those big corporations, don't fall for it. They're full of it.
Happy Friday. Y'all, are we canceling Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner? Since the people is out there losing their minds in that house of the white, I feel like we should, you know, just not partake in that, because what y'all gonna eat? And then you gotta think about it. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, there's Black Friday. It's already getting a little sticky out here in these streets over the regular groceries. Can we just cancel it just so everybody can still make it to the new year safely? Just saying.
Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are great from whatever you're watching me from in the part of the world, right? So, definitely, I'm gonna take this time to congratulate Black people for the good work that they have done, for the enormous message that they have sent towards corporate America. And we said this: if you wanna fight all these corrupt, all these group that only cares about the profit instead of its citizens, you only hit the pocket. And that's what Black people did. And they communicated. And if you want to understand that the information reached these folks, see how now they are acting desperate. They are looking for Black influencers to lure people to go buy things, right? And there's a movement that came 2 months ago. The movement was the Buy Nothing movement. Buy Nothing movement is a movement that came to conserve the resources that people make so that people don't get to just buy things, even the things that they don't need, right? And Americans understood these and their sense of these. And right now, people are understanding the Black purchasing power is not there anymore. And how it forces them to lure Black people using Black Santa, trying to use Black influencers to show them all these things that are happening. So one thing that you need to understand is that Black people are no more fools the way you used to think they are. Their mind is right now sharp, and they are seeing things, and they are seeing you for who you are. So people gotta conserve what they have. I guess this is gonna be a good Christmas for everyone, because at the end of the day, people have decided to put money into things that they think that it's important to them, brothers and sisters. And so that being said, I really like what Black people did, because this is sending a message to oligarchs, sending a message to the top 1%, those people who own and control all these factors of production. They're the ones who own and control these factors of production, and they don't give a damn about you. Only thing that you give a damn about is the profits. How are they going to be making profits at the expense of anyone, right? And so I'm a believer that what Black people did was something which was necessary, was something which was wanted. And it happened at the right time. Because at the end of the day, they have always tried to push the consumerism culture towards the Black community. This is something that has been happening. Only for those who don't understand, only for those who don't know that this is something which has been happening. So that being said, this shows us a stance that Black people have taken, and they're sending a message that we are no longer fools. We won't be buying all those things that we don't need, right? And we are seeing this hitting them. They're going to learn to value human than to value profits, because this is what is happening. And people are so mad at Black people for making all these decisions that they made. But it is for the good, right? Black people haven't stolen from anyone. It is just a decision that they made. And the decision that they made is serving them. And that's how rightful this is. I've seen Black people try to boycott all these things that they don't like. And 9 out of 10 times, it has always worked, because the reason why they are always boycotting this, it's because it's not serving them. It's not giving their interest. So why would you put money where it's not serving your interest? That's just a question, right? And so that being said, you realize that the deafening sound that Black people uses is cutting their money and not giving it out to these people. Because until then, they learn to value human life rather than valuing profits. It's simple. That's just simple how it is. Black people have proven this over time. I really don't know why you're watching me from. I just want to know. Please let me know what you think about this video. As you know, I'm your host and presenter Generic Stories, but until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. So